Hey everyone, welcome to the USA Crypto Group. Today we have BabySquidGrow with us for this AMA session. BabySquidGrow is influenced by SquidGrow, which is a very hyped project. We had an AMA with him a few days ago. Like always, this AMA session is for research purposes only. This is not a financial advice, and there's no commitment to the team. With that, I'd like to welcome Phil from BabySquidGrow. Phil, if you can start out introducing yourself, your position in the team, and why the team decided to do BabySquidGrow.
Okay, thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much to everybody in here. We have 160 people in here. I feel very honored. We all know that in this space, time is one of the most valuable goods. So thank you very much for giving me the time to present this amazing project today to you guys. Just a short summary up from my person. My name is Phil. I am located in Austria currently. I'm 29 years old. I am part of the crypto space since the mid-late 2017. I started out like basically most of us did. I bought some coins on exchanges. I just holded them. That's it. And at the end of 2020, I get washed into this, I call it the Wild West of crypto, into the DeFi space, and I found a home at BSC. I was part of several projects. I assisted them in terms of voice communication, but also in terms of advising. And currently I also have a own company in the farming, let's say in the farming. Within the space, I'm full-time in the space. I enjoy it a lot, and I made some amazing friendships over the time that I'm within the space. My main skill is networking, and there I also met the BabySquidGrow team. The BabySquidGrow team decided to jump early on a very hyped project, but not only because of the hype, but also because of the relationship and because of them being investors themselves. So they thought about a creative way to push the project further, the idea in head to do a project themselves. So they were so in love with SquidGrow that they decided to do a baby version of it. And that's why I'm today here. And that's why I'm here to answer your questions and to give you an insight on a very lovely and a very honest project.
Awesome, Phil. Well, great to have you represent the team. And, I think it's a great decision that the team, I guess, as you put it, supporting the BabySquidGrow. Because there's a lot of hype behind the project. So I think the team, your team, recognized that early on. So props for them for doing that. So for those that may be listening for the first time, we did have an AMA with SquidGrow, which is the project that this project is influenced by. So when the first came here, I think when we posted it was at 10 million. We did a post a few days ago. Now it's sitting at 47 million market cap. Which is an amazing growth within a few days. And I just don't see that slowing down anytime soon, to be honest with you. So thanks for that introduction, Phil. And now my question is, your team or the team that you represent, BabySquidGrow, is it part of the SquidGrow or just two separate entities?
No, it's not directly part of SquidGrow. They are definitely part of the SquidGrow community. They are all invested into SquidGrow. That's why they decided to do the project. And they have a very good relationship with a lot of people that have insights into the let's call it daddy project. Something that I really want to highlight with BabySquidGrow is the duration over the time that this token is running. We all know the one-day fly projects, mostly baby projects, meme projects, whatever. They have to run. At the next day, the chart is bottomed out, and basically the project is dead. Some people made money, some people lost money, but the fact is the chart doesn't move anymore. BabySquidGrow was launched on the 25th of June. So we can say it's out there for a month and a week. They started their journey at $890 market cap with a $0 in their marketing wallet. So they definitely built this thing from scratch. Yes, they had the help of the daddy token, but still, take this into your consideration. This project is around for 5 weeks. They're still building, they're developing, and they're pushing it. And SquidGrow is like the most hyped token out there right now. I think easily the most hyped meme right now.
Yeah, 100%. I think, given that we're in the very down, well, right now the Bitcoin is coming back a little bit, but still in the bear market for SquidGrow to grow the way they have been growing, which is amazing. But I'm actually really glad to see that you guys are part of the community of the SquidGrow, because we have, a couple projects that come through here where you have the daddy project, but then they do not like the baby, whatever, right? So oftentimes you see baby projects develop just to exploit, the daddy project. So I'm glad that you guys are part of the community. So that's great.
Absolutely. Like if I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't risk my name if that's the case. But with that in the backhand and with my knowledge that they just want the daddy project to succeed, to shine. And yes, definitely, they support the project. They give rewards in their token. So they benefit the daddy project with their small benefit.
Yeah, so for those that are listening and you guys are not sure why these baby projects are developed, two reasons, right? One is also to raise awareness of the daddy project, the big project, but also to earn the big project's token at the core of it. Those are the two main things that why baby projects are developed. And there's no, in this case, it's the same thing. So at the core of it, Phil, you guys are giving rewards to SquidGrow, right?
Yes, absolutely. We're a reward token. We give. Let's go over tokenomics. We have like 8% in, 10% out. 3% of the in-tax goes into SquidGrow rewards, 3% goes into marketing, and 2% goes into liquidity. And we have 10% sell tax, where 3% go into rewards, 3% go into marketing, and 2% go into the liquidity pool. And then we have an additional fee that they use for marketing, liquidity, and to reward holders.
So that sounds great. Could you repeat what percent on the buy that goes to the SquidGrow rewards, and also what percent on the sell that goes into SquidGrow rewards?
Yes, absolutely. Investors in BabySquidGrow, they get 3% in and out. 3% of the tax are reserved for SquidGrow rewards.
Okay, so 3% buy, guys, and 3% sells that you guys get to earn the daddy SquidGrow tokens. That's pretty much what it means. Now, given that the project is so hyped, right? I really think that SquidGrow is going to surpass 100 million very soon, to be honest with you. I mean, not financial advice, though. But that's the reason why this project is built, so that way you guys can actually earn the daddy SquidGrow tokens. Right now the 3% may not be a lot, but if the project continues to grow the way it has been, it's going to be worth a lot of money.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, BabySquidGrow is building a whole ecosystem around Squid currently. And at the end of this AMA, I might have a small surprise for investors in here. So you better sharpen your ears, because at the end, I'm going to announce a new utility for the project. But currently, we, for example, we have our swap that you can use to swap basically anything. There is also how is it called? A referral function. So you can share your referral code with your friends, and when they swap tokens, you get rewarded for it, which is a neat small feature on the side. Yes, the main concept will still be around rewards in SquidGrow, but the team is looking into creative ways how to furtherly build this meme baby concept in a beneficial way to the main token.
Awesome. Now, did you say that you're going to announce something, Phil?
Absolutely. I have a small surprise for you guys at the end of the AMA.
Damn, we love surprises. So that's perfect. Yay, Phoenix.
Surprise! I want a surprise.
Like, I found you guys as early as I found Daddy, and I so support you guys hardcore.
Oh,
Thank you
that is
very
awesome.
much.
Yeah, that's awesome to see two communities, have a relationship. Like I said before, we had some project that came through, and there was a baby one that they did not get along. Rightfully so, because I think the developer was just exploiting the project for the wrong reasons. So I love that. I really love that. Now, staking Phil, I see that you guys have it on your website. When is that coming out?
It might be sooner than you think. It might have to do something with my announcement, but I don't want to spill the tea already. But since you already kind of got it, yes, we will provide our staking after the AMA. Basically, everything is done, everything is checked, so it should work, and we will set it live. The benefit is just we provide a more solid floor. We have a lot of long-term investors. Yes, I know 5 weeks isn't long-term, but 5 weeks for a baby version of a meme, that's like 2 years for a main token or a main coin. And staking just gives us the opportunity, or gives the opportunity for our long-term believers to get even more out of the project and to help to sustain a healthy and good floor. And when we are talking about floor, currently, I also want to add something that the team already had envisioned when they first started it. I mentioned in the beginning that they started at $890 market cap, so they did like a 300x or even more. But something that was very important for the team straight from the beginning was they wanted it to be sustainable. They wanted to build a community, and they wanted to actually work on the token. We all know that it's very hard to give a meme token a real utility. I don't know if you guys consider, for example, a launchpad a real utility, but these days I tend to not do, because a lot of people have a launchpad, but rarely projects launch on there. And that's why I'm such a strong believer in this meme, in this baby version of a meme, because they went into it like it would be the fodder token. They didn't mess around. They didn't just hype it up. They were slow and steady building their project. And it's amazing to see them now getting their utilities live with this very cool and supportive long-term community, and just following the daddy token on its way to the top.
Yeah, 100%. And like you said, a lot of these meme projects or the Degen plays, they do not last for long at all, right? It's pretty much get in, get out, right? That's pretty much the lifestyle of the Degen plays. But not only that, but I think the reason why you guys also last this long, and also you guys actually taking this seriously, is because the daddy token, the SquidGrow token, I think they have a solid team over there. They really do. So the lifespan of your projects almost depended on the daddy token, and I just don't see that the daddy token is going anywhere soon. So that's a great thing, and that's the reason why we kind of brought you in. We're kind of shy away from baby. To be honest with me, I like to shy away from baby tokens a lot, but this is different. This is very unique, just because of the daddy token. It's a very unique team over there.
Yes. And also because of the relationship, it's just not a natural thing. I saw this happen in Mu Inu as well. Obito is also a very supportive founder for baby tokens. But to the level of SquidGrow, I never saw it in any clone project.
If you guys have the relationship, right, and you guys part of community, it helps the daddy token, the SquidGrow token as well, because it brings more awareness to the token, vice versa. So I think it's great for both sides.
Yes, and I have to admit, these guys they really impressed me. You know, I have been part of several teams, and each team is different. You have that quiet team where you read like 5 messages in the team group a day, or you have a short voice communication, and the rest is just practice. But the BabySquidGrow team, they're so communicative. They talk to each other. They always take decisions as a team, not as an individual. And that shows the direction this team is going. They onboarded a lot of people that have good knowledge in the space, that have valuable contacts. And something that I really appreciated was that they are not in for the hype. Even in terms of their marketing, we were talking about a lot of launches in the past, since my main field is in marketing and business development. And they questioned me on my opinion on a lot of marketing strategies, also AMAs. AMAs were kind of a big topic. And I think it's a very good sign if a team says we won't go to that launch because we want to reach investors and not just hype our crowd up. And I was pretty impressed that they showed me your group, which I wasn't part of and I didn't know. I have to admit that. I'm very sorry. I enjoyed your community over the last few days by reading in it, but I didn't know your group. And this shows how much effort they also put into their research. They don't do things just to have an announcement. They do things because they want the benefit for their community, for their token. Let's call it their business, and they love what they do.
Yeah, 100%. And I appreciate the feedback, with our USA Crypto group. We get a lot of feedback all the time after the AMA that we're one of the best groups that is affordable and real investors. So, and that's what we stand by. So I appreciate that feedback. I think, everything that you said about the team, it's great. I think it's great to have communication, like you said, within the team. I think that's so important. I've actually been part of projects where the developer, it's not in there for the right intentions, right? They may be very active in the beginning, but then after a couple weeks, 3 weeks, you never hear of the developer again, right? So, that's not a great team.
Yes. And something also to take into consideration is that a lot of teams, actually, they don't have a developer. People just think they have a developer because somebody deployed a smart contract. But there is actually no developer on the team, and they just do marketing. With BabySquidGrow, they can develop their own utilities in-house, which is a very nice feature to have, because we all know when we have a decent cash flow, if our marketing wallet is pumped to the max, we can afford anything. But if times get rough, if charts bottom out, BabySquidGrow still has the ability to sustain themselves and continue developing on their utilities. And this really makes them shine out in this market, and also in this market segment when we're talking about tokens under $1 million market cap.
Yeah, so with that said, Phil, now the question is, right, I'm assuming that the team is not KYC, is it?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
they are KYC'd with launches that they did promotions with, or with influencers that they had to KYC with. For me personally, there never was the question if there is a KYC needed, because if you know one of the guys for over a year, and he has decent reputation, never did anything wrong in the space, for me, there wasn't even the slightest doubt, but I can definitely see that point coming up. And I will also recommend to the team to do a KYC. The same thing with the white paper. They are currently working hardcore on their white paper and just want to add a few more things before they release it. But no, to my knowledge, they are not KYC'd.
Perfect. I just want to let our community investors know that you guys are not KYC. Now, regarding the staking platform, what about the contract? The contract, have you guys been audited?
The main contract doesn't have an audit yet. No. It was deployed like a month ago, like we said. We never had any issues. And also in terms, maybe to jump back to the KYC once again, the project had several all-time highs, and it's around for over a week now, over a month now. So even that they aren't KYC'd, a lot of people invested safely into their token.
Right. And, a lot of these contracts here, I'm not sure. I haven't really had a chance to really dig, deep into your contract yet. But, I mean, for those who are listening, a lot of this baby contract here, is pretty much a, I'm not saying it's you guys, but it's a copy contract, right? Meaning, even if they don't have it audited but it's been audited previously as well. So when these guys, they may get a contract somewhere else, they make sure that it's been audited and they make sure it's safe. So a lot of the Degen and a lot of meme tokens, you see that very often. So yeah, that's perfect, Phil. I just want to make sure that our community understand that you guys have not been audited on your side, and also not KYC. Because some people take that very seriously. But like
Absolutely.
you say, you guys been out for 5 weeks now. 5 weeks now was the stealth launch at 890K, and right now it's sitting at 124,000 market cap. So there's been a lot of gains for sure.
Absolutely. I think it's over 130x currently from listing. And to really bring it to that height without a single dollar in a marketing wallet, I think it means a lot. I will definitely take the KYC part to the team. I will recommend them doing a KYC. I don't know if you offer a KYC with your AMA as well, so we can make sure that your investors know that they are KYC with you. Something that I can add to this is I'm doxxed in the space. People know me for ages, and it's like the same. I wouldn't do it if I had to risk my name in here.
We definitely do KYC as well. That's all up to the project, but we like to keep it. It is what it is, right? So if the project's not KYC, we'd like our community to know that's not KYC or it's not audited. So yeah, if the team feels like they want to, KYC through us, that is amazing. I think it just brings another level of confidence for the community. So that's something that we can do for you guys as well.
Absolutely. Thanks as well for the offer. I will definitely forward this to the team to make your investors feel as safe as possible with us, because there is just not a single doubt in this team. They prove every day that they're very hardworking and they care about each and everybody within their community. In my opinion, this shows the real strength of Meme Token, how they treat their investors, how well built their community is, how people behave in their chat, how they interact with each other. This shows the real strength. If you manage to get like 100 people rating for you, that means something. That means people care, and people only care if you treat them good.
100%. Now let's talk about the lock period, Phil. So it looks like you guys have it in Mudra, is that correct? Locked it, and it's been locked for 729 days, which is 2 years. I mean, that's quite a long time there. So that was a great time. Now, the owner does have 11% of the LP in it, just so my community understands that. So the owner does have 11% of the LP in there, which can be seen as a substantial number as well. I just want to put that out there to be clear.
Yes, absolutely. Or was this now a question to my side? The liquidity lock, they decided to just go for a long locking period to set a statement straight from the beginning that they are in for the long run.
Yeah. So right now, 86% is being locked right now, and the owner has around 12% of the LP. Again, I just
take
want to be
into
clear
consideration that he might have to feel something with their tokens, because they might need a pool for liquidity staking. And I guess the staking pool will be locked afterwards.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. All right. So what is the future plan, Phil? As far as like I kind of talked a little bit earlier, the lifespan of the project is dependent on the Daddy project, right? So it seems by talking to you, you represent the team, that you're not the core member. You are docs, and it seems like you have no reason to believe that the team will walk away anytime soon, and you have a lot of trust in the team.
Absolutely, I do have. We all see what SquidGrow is currently doing. I guess the guys behind the team, they're having the time of their life right now. And it's the same for BabySquidGrow. They just love to work on what they do. And yes, you are correct. The lifespan of the token relies a lot on the daddy token. But at the same time, we saw so many baby tokens fail without the daddy token dying. This is also something to take into consideration. Because now at $50 million market cap, I guess SquidGrow will have a very good run. They will be around for some time, even if the chart bottoms out a bit. But to perform the same thing as a baby token, I don't want to say too much, but to me, it kind of feels like it would be even harder to sustain yourself as a baby version than as the main version. And they did phenomenal on this. They just lately reached a new all-time high. Something that I can share from my perspective in terms of future development, ongoing of the project, is that I will be around a lot over the next few days, over the next few weeks. I will definitely do a lot more of these AMAs in reputable communities to reach the right people. The CEO or the owner of the project, before I went into this, he told me, mention someone that we are not looking for 2x guys. And this is really the mentality that this team has. Like most of their team, they come from the early days. They invested in the first few days of the project, and they're still around. They made it through the bottom. They saw how painful it can be when a transaction volume goes down, but they also saw how good it feels when you finally go back up, you make a new all-time high, and you succeeded over all the people that wanted you to fail.
100%. I'm actually looking at the chart right now. You guys just hit 140,000 at the moment. Yeah, so if you guys believed in SquidGrow, which is a very hyped project, and if you ask me, it's probably the most hyped. I would say not just meme, it's pretty hyped right now. We had an AMA with them. After talking to the team, I really believe that they have something special going on over there. So you believe in the SquidGrow, then this is the project for you, an opportunity for you to come in early on at a cheaper rate, right? So right now you have around 6,000 holders right now currently. And the SquidGrow, the daddy grow has 10,000. So you guys not too far away there. Right. And so I think as the projects continues to grow, I think that you guys will raise a lot of awareness to the BabySquidGrow as well.
Absolutely. I think, in my opinion, SquidGrow goes into a direction that you can compare to like June 2021, where suddenly a lot of projects really mooned. And some of them are actually still around. I'm still invested in one of the meme coins of that time. I regularly swing it. I love this project, and I wish the SquidGrow team, in the name of the BabySquidGrow team, all the best for their future journey, and that they also climbed the heights of some of these very big meme coins last year, because we will be around. Like I said, I think 5 times, this team is here to work. They really want to work, and this is rare in the space. A lot of people want to earn money basically by doing nothing, but that's not the philosophy of this team. They take great care on the things that they do. For example, if it would be any baby token, just take this situation today evening. I'm speaking to 180 people right now. And I'm doing that because the BabySquidGrow team, they wanted the best representative they can get for their project. They could have done it themselves and just do it somehow, or they give it to somebody that just has a little bit more experience in terms of language, and you actually reach investors. And as soon as you're part of their community, you will experience what I mean. They treat people very, very well, and they're always very welcoming to newcomers in their community.
I'm glad to hear that, Phil. That's a great thing. And, like you said, for you to be doxxed and put your name behind the team. I don't know you personally, but for you to do that, I'm just going to believe you because I wouldn't do it. Like you said, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't get behind any team that doesn't have the best intention, right? So with that said, Phil, let's talk about the roadmap. Okay, so right now, I'm looking at phase 2 right now. I mean, am I pretty accurate to say that you guys are around phase 2?
Yes, you could say that. The website is live. The staking will soon also be live. They are currently working on the white paper. They are doing regular community contests. Everybody knows buying contests, meme contests, whatever. They get creative. They try smart, cost-effective marketing moves for their own community to keep the ball rolling. They applied for listings on the sites that we all want to end up on. And basically the next roadmap point today will be announced.
Nice. All right, sounds good. I see that. Right now you guys know marketing and AMAs, which is what you're doing right now. There's a thing on there that I am not quite sure what it means. Whale wallet airdrops. What does that mean?
That's a very good question, sir. That leads to the 2% marketing liquidity and holder tax. I think I will give a recommendation to the team to rephrase it. What the team wants to provide is some kind of incentive to hold the token. And without the staking, they didn't have the possibility. With only the reward function was the only thing. So in the early stages, they thought about giving revenue in forms of tokens for long-term holders. Since they now provide staking, I guess that's off the table because the 2% tax will now fill the pool. But this was an initial idea they had when they first developed the roadmap.
I see. That makes sense. Okay, that makes sense to incentivize early on investors to hold by giving extra tokens without the staking platform yet. So yeah, that makes sense. Now on the phase 3 there, Phil, I see that it says second utility implementation ecosystem and also partnership. Has the team looked into any kind of partnerships yet or in talks with anyone yet?
Yes, they want to build a network of strategic partnerships. For now, their focus was really just get the token going and make it sustainable. We all know how hard the first few hours, days, and not even talking about weeks are for small fair launch, stealth launch projects without any funds. But partnerships is something that makes you sustainable. Partnerships attracts a lot of eyes on your project. And now that they made it through that initial stage of the project, yes, they are currently searching for partnerships. They are looking for partnerships and they want to build beneficial partnerships for both sides. Business relationships where both people win.
That makes sense. Second utility implementation. What is that?
We now have the swap, which I consider a utility if we are talking about projects in that market cap category, and the staking will be the second utility for the project.
Perfect. All right. So you guys have the swap as well, and it looks like
Yes.
you guys are also thinking about doing P2E games as well, correct?
Yes, I think we're good to say that a play-to-earn game, it takes some time. Don't expect a AAA game from a project in that size category, but they will get you a playable game that has the play-to-earn functionality, and that is within their reach. This project is a lot about how to play with your funds the smart way to make it sustainable. And I think for now, the team is doing a very solid job with in-house development and with how they structured their marketing, because they work pretty cost efficient. And to realize a game like that, you need funds, and we're currently on the way there.
Perfect. All right, yeah, and it looks like I'm looking at phase 4 right now. I see that, aggressive marketing. I mean, that's just natural, right? I mean, once you get to phase 4, you'll have more money to do marketing and further platform development and listing on exchanges. So I think those are just natural progressions of the project, right? So it looks like you guys are just doing the normal stuff, which is good. Sounds great, Phil. I mean, very basic, guys. So for those who are listening, pretty much the baby token is pretty much a belief on the daddy token, which is the SquidGrow. We had an AMA with them, and I don't really vouch for our project, but that team is actually very unique. And I think this team recognized that, and that's why they implemented this project to support the baby grow, but also to it's another way for you guys to come in early on and earn the daddy token at the cheaper rate in a way.
That's what a lot of people in this project actually did. Some of them, I don't know each investor, but some of them are not even invested into the daddy token because they were kind of like me. They they scouted it out, but they never invested because they thought, okay, it already peaked. But what they did, they bought the baby version. And with the rewards they got a decent sized bag in SquidGrow now.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great way to come in and get it cheaper, right? And like we talked about, I think we both believe that the daddy one is not going away anytime soon. So, which is good, which is a good thing, because we've seen it happen all the time. Baby pops out and baby die within a week, right?
Yes,
or even 3 days.
Absolutely.
So I mean, you guys have been around for 5 weeks now, so which is a good sign. And after 5 weeks, you guys are still doing AMAs, which is also a good sign. So that tells me that you guys are very serious in marketing and raising awareness to baby as well. So those are the great signs.
Yes, definitely. Something that we can maybe add to what I said. I have to admit, I got some notes from the founder as well. And I found one point that I maybe didn't touch to the fullest. So the team, they are currently not working on one, but on several staking pools. And they do this to just maximize their investors' bags to get more tokens and later on more rewards. And they also work on a liquidity staking pool just to ensure the stability of the project long term. In terms of a meme, I consider this a very well thought strategy. And they are pretty early on providing the staking feature as well. And it will be much easier for them as soon as they have the staking feature to find new floors and to continue the journey up.
Yeah, so it looks like you guys will have your regular staking using the native token, but you also will provide an LP staking as well. So for those that do not understand that, it's pretty much you put in, the BNB and the token, right? And you'll provide an LP. So yeah, I mean, it helps with the LP and it stabilizes the floor. That's great, Phil. And you said that will be, you make the announcement later. And I guess for the numbers, the APY and things like that, the community can go over to your Telegram room, and I'm pretty sure that you guys will announce that very soon, correct?
Yes, absolutely. I would suggest to anybody that is just curious about the project, you don't even have to invest, just be curious about it and give the team a fair chance, because that's what they deserve. That's my opinion, and I will stand behind that. Join them in their Telegroup. After our AMA, they will do an announcement, and you get all the informations on APY and certain tech features there. They are happy to provide any help that they can. And even if they need to explain it 2 times for you, they will do it. They're very loving and caring people.
Perfect. Awesome, Phil. I think we went through everything. Is there other things that you want to speak on?
I think we basically touched everything that we need to talk about. I just want to stress a few certain key points of the project to sum it up. The project was started at $890 market cap and went to an all-time high of around, let's say 450 to 500K. It depends on which chart you look at. So they provided a lot of growth to their early investors, but also to investors that bought their floor. And that's the important thing. It's not about giving your early investors the profits and the late investors, they hold the bag. They made it pretty smart. They found the bottom. They left the bottom for several days, maybe even a week. Yes, it's over a week. And when the daddy token found its strength again, they pushed together with it and achieved a new all-time high. The team is very well connected in terms of marketing, but also in terms of the relationship with the SquidGrow team and insiders. Their initial thought was always to take it slow and prevent excessive dumping on the chart or to shy people away and have to move on another project. Their approach was always long-term, straight from the beginning. On the second day, I talked to the guy that shilled me the token in the night, King. He's here in the channel. He told me he started his project and I should invest into it. And at the second day after launch, I asked a question that a lot of people in here might ask as well. It's a baby token. For how long will it be around? And he told me, I'm a believer in the main token. I don't think SquidGrow will die within a week, and we will do everything to be as long around as the daddy token is. They even had fakers. Just imagine a baby token having a faker. People that try to pull off the same thing as they do, but they deployed the contract later, so it was obviously clear that this is the original version, and also the SquidGrow team knows that this is the original version. They have a huge team that is very active. Their chat is never dead. There is always a moderator helping out people. They care about their community, and if you would be part of that team chat, that is wild. Like I know a lot of launches that don't have that traffic that BabySquidGrow has from time to time when things go wild. And that's basically it. You have the prime example of a baby token. You have people that actually care about what they do and want to be around and want to develop utilities and want to give you the best investing experience possible. They are no wizards. And they also can't do buybacks to a new all-time high like people often want owners to do, or try to push people to put their money in the chart. They are wise people and they know how and when to spend money. They will always be transparent with the people that invest into the token. And that's basically everything that I can say in terms of BabySquidGrow. It's just a prime example, in my opinion. It's a very, very well done and caring project.
Thanks for that, Phil. And also, I just want to remind everyone that 3% from the 8% sale buy goes into the daddy tokens. You get rewards through that. And also 3% of the 10% sell, you get rewards through the daddy token. And looks like staking is coming out very shortly. So those that knows about staking, the best is when you come in early, right? Because you get paid out proportionately to your holding, and you want to be the first one into the pool. So with that said, I think, Phil, you said that you have an announcement to make, or should we go ahead and jump onto the questions right now?
We can go over the questions, and at the end of the AMA, basically we already did the announcement since you're a smart guy and you pretty fast found out what we could maybe announce. So the liquidity staking will go live today. Like we said earlier, just check out the Telegram channel of BabySquidGrow after the AMA and you find all the information pinned on there. But yes, I would be happy to get some questions.
Perfect. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and hand the mic to Mike, one of our guys, and I'm pretty sure that the team has some question in the room and also on voice as well. So go ahead, Mike, do your thing, brother.
All right, Phil, amazing AMA. Yeah, oh my God, you're very well articulated. So very well spoken English. Don't ever think you aren't, brother. You got this, my man.
Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you very much. I really try my best.
My wife said you sound hot.
So before I get into this, I'd like to ask if anyone would like to ask any questions on voice before I get into the text questions.
Yeah, I do have a question. Okay, my question is regarding the P2E that you said you are going to be bringing on board to the BabySquidGrow investors. So my question is like, when playing the game, do I have to spend a lot of do I have to spend many hours playing the game for me to be able to make a reasonable amount of money, or I just need to spend some hours? Like, can you explain how does it really work?
Well, that's a very different question to answer. Something that I won't tell you is that you play this game for 5 minutes and you will be rich. And something that I also mentioned is that it's definitely not a AAA game, but I think even thinking of a play to earn on that early level on the roadmap is very wise because it shows the long-term vision. And the way these games work is we all know them. A lot of projects have them. These games are I don't particularly like the wording, but they are mini games that you play that can be very challenging. And for the time you spend on the game, you get rewarded. I can't give you any actual rates right now or how much you will make during an hour. I guess this also depends on your strategy later on. But as soon as we have any announcement on the play to earn aspect, okay, let's do it like that. As soon as we have an announcement, I come to your chat and I answer this question for you, okay?
Okay, no problem. The reason I asked the question is a lot of P2E projects, what they do is they promise the investors that they're going to make a lot of money, and the investors will spend a lot of many hours playing the game for cents. So that's why I asked. Thank you very much.
Yes, I know that situation myself, and I know that a lot of projects overpromise, but that's exactly the way why I answer this question like that. It would be so unprofessional at that stage of the project to tell you, yes, they will build a huge play to earn game. You just need to play it for 2 hours a day and you will make millions of bucks. That's just not reality. They always proved their vision in long-term and sustainability. So I think if they produce a game, they will make it the most sustainable way so that the game doesn't hurt your chart. It won't kill your chart. But at the same time, it fulfills what it promises. You can play it to earn an amount of tokens.
Does that cover your question there, Mendy?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you for that question, Mendy. Anyone else on voice would like to ask their question before I get into the text questions? Please feel free to unmute yourself.
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
Brother?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. So I have a question because I'm kind of confused on when I go to Dex Tools, right, and I look up BabySquidGrow, you have one. So the project that is in the AMA right now, their chart is reading at 201, right? Now there's another BabySquidGrow that has their logo already with 10 times more of the transactions than this one that you guys are doing an AMA on. So I'm kind of confused because I kind of feel like I trust the SquidGrow that I'm in, the baby one, with the 10,000 plus transactions. The one that you guys are doing the AMA on right now has like a little over 1,000, and the chart that I'm reading at has like 5 zeros and something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just kind of confused.
Totally understandable, Antonio. Phil, if you want to answer this question after this, but sometimes you just run across that hype running on the baby or parent, but there's no reason to say this not legit. You could see the positive growth and sales on the chart. It's very healthy.
Sorry, I'm currently looking at our chart with 141,000 market cap. I can't tell you out of memory how many transactions we have, so I definitely have to look this up if there is another token around. I just have this chart, and I know that there was one competitor in the past, but to my knowledge, he wasn't around anymore.
I have a question.
All right, hold on. So your guys' transactions on Dex Tools is 1,994. Now you have a BabySquidGrow above yours with 10,784 transactions, and that one is sitting at roughly a 200K market cap, and that one also has a logo.
Wait. Total transactions shown to me on Dex Tools are 6.86K and not 1,000. So I don't know which chart you're looking at right now.
Hey, Antonio, not to interrupt this, but maybe this would be something best done over a DM so we can kind of keep this AMA flowing here, brother.
Okay.
Phil, if you don't mind now.
Well, because okay.
Yeah. And anyone else like to ask any questions before moving on? And please don't take that the wrong way, brother. It's just want to keep this flowing nice.
I just have a quick 2 questions. Why couldn't the team be here for today?
Because the team's capability of speaking English, I'm not perfect. I have an accent and I mess up and I sometimes have a hard time speaking. But if your knowledge in English is just very limited, it's no fun to do an AMA. If you have a trouble understanding people, answering questions, in my opinion, they did a wise decision of just searching for somebody that can represent them in the way that they want to be represented. And there you see it. I'm very sorry for messing up sometimes.
No problem. Perfect. And because of what you just said, why is it that you really don't have solid information when certain questions are answered? And why is the audit still not done after 5 to 6 weeks when I've been a part of projects and the audit can be done in 2 weeks?
Okay. So you kind of would have to answer me which question I couldn't answer to the fullest. If we're talking about the play to earn aspect, I think we're just talking about the far future. And I don't consider it a good thing to promise stuff to people that not necessarily will be done. So I try to stick with the information that I get from the project, and that's what I tell you. Like, I get notes from the founder before the AMA, and there I get my knowledge about the project.
Thank you very much for answering my questions and allowing me to receive your message of its kind of phone call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate that, Phoenix. Would anyone else like to ask their questions on voice here? Please feel free. All right, so rolling into the first text question here, Phil. It comes from Flynn.
Yes.
is what are your major goals that you're set to achieve in the next 3 to 4 years? That's a bit of a far stretch. Let's call it 1 year.
Yes. Fulfilling the roadmap is the goal for any project. I think the BabySquidGrow team did a good job in going through their roadmap. Yet there are still a few points missing, but there definitely should be a V2 soon. They furtherly want to provide this utility ecosystem around SquidGrow and build utilities that fit in well into their current concept. CMC listing, major listings, like everybody wants to achieve that. And I think one of the biggest goals is just build that cult-like following, the cult-like community that just works together to make the project succeed, because that's the driving power behind it.
Okay, yeah, understood that. Community hype is a big part of it there, and I see where you're going with that. Next question is coming from 24/7 Chilled. Since this was created off the hype of SquidGrow, and it's still riding that hype, what is your own plan outside of SquidGrow? Would you guys keep going on eventually, even if the hype dies out with SquidGrow? And that's his first question.
I can definitely see that. They are very passionate about their project. They treat it like their baby. So they will work as long as it makes sense to work on it. But as long as the daddy is around, like we said earlier, they will work anyway because their chart is looking very, very good. They have utilities to provide. They have a community. So as long as all the factors to run the project are there, there is not a single doubt that they will just continue working on it. I think it's very hard to hypothetically answer a question. If a daddy token dies, nobody knows the way how the token would die. I don't think SquidGrow will ever die. I think it will find a bottom at some time, but I think with that team and that community that they now formed in this bear market, they're set up for success. If they have another decent push and they can raise the chart after the bottom again, they are fine and they will be here forever. Or for a long time. Forever is a big word, but for a long time.
Okay, yeah, understood. And going to his second question here is, will the ones who stake their tokens also receive reflections? And if not, then would I stake and miss out on those reflections considering the huge volume that's influxing?
Yes. Basically, if you stake your token for the native token, you will miss out on some of these reflections. But you can grow your bag in BabySquidGrow and later on get a bigger share of reflections, because the way reflection works is like you get rewarded based on the size of your bag. So if you don't have the capital to buy anymore, you can just stake your tokens, grow your bag, and later on enjoy the rewards.
Yeah, that's the purpose of staking, absolutely. So next question comes from Pantera. Is in your swap, do you also have plans to expand to other networks such as Polygon, Solana, Polkadot, and etc.?
Not for now. For now, it's focused on the BSC side of things, since the token is on the BSC. With further growth and with the utility ecosystem around SquidGrow, the building form getting started, that's definitely something that they will look into. But for now, they're just focused on the BSC side of things, which makes the most sense, since after all, they're still on a budget. They still need to take great care where to spend funds. I think it's an amazing thing that they already have the swap for BSC.
Understandable, yeah. BSC is something easy, like with a pancake swap fork in a sense. It's easy to grab, quick, it's cheap. Everybody does that. And moving on to Nathan Glow's question is there any staking period, and is there a fee for unstaking early?
I can't give you any information on the staking yet because I don't know anything yet. Like we said earlier, if you want any information, then just join the BabySquidGrow launch. I'm just here to teaser it, and they will give you the information on the staking since it's the newest feature.
Okay, yeah, understandable. So, just to be clear for the community, if you do have any questions that are unanswered today in tonight's AMA, please join over to BabySquidGrow's Telegram and feel free to ask your questions. Moving on to Clara's question here is, so there are utilities planned. Will those utilities make use of the native SquidGrow token? Because there's only an allocation of 16% of staking on the tokenomics.
Sorry, can you rephrase one more time? So I didn't catch it.
Sure, absolutely. Her question, Clara, was, so there are utilities planned, and will those utilities pay out in the native SquidGrow token? Because there's only an allocation of 16% for staking on your own tokenomics.
Yes, that's what I said earlier. Like, they want to build a whole ecosystem around the daddy token with rewards, staking rewards, whatever you can think of, that they can fit into their idea of the baby token. Okay, so the initial goal would be to have.
You might have cut out there, Phil. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Mike, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Go ahead, Phil.
Okay. Did I cut out?
Yeah, about 5 seconds into your answering of that question there.
Okay, so just to say it one more time, the goal of the team is to build a whole ecosystem around rewards of the daddy token and to furtherly support the daddy token.
Perfect. Thank you, Phil. Next question comes from Josh and Grace. He wants to know the amount of tokens, if any, if there's a small or minimum or maximum amount that he could stake and also get reflections. I know it's another staking question.
He wants to get also reflections while staking. What's the question?
I'm sorry. Let me say that again. Is he wants to know the amount of tokens I must hold to get reflections, and is there a minimum or maximum?
No. It's just a reflection contract. You get basically what you hold in percentage.
Okay, yeah. Thank you for that. Next question comes from Date. How many partners do you currently cooperate with?
Officially listed on the website, they don't have a partner section. But with being around for over a month now, they worked with several people. They worked with a lot of influencers. I guess we all know how small tokens start out. They really have to fight for everything that they want. The hardest time for the team definitely was the time when the chart was bottomed out completely, and it had to take great care with their funds. But they have been at very reputable sources, influencers, and this week we will have an AMA again, also with a very, very well launch. So you could consider these advertising partners, real project partners. They don't have any for now.
Okay, perfect. I'll just take just a couple more here. And for anyone who I didn't ask, please, like I said, join over after our AMA tonight and ask any questions you wish to ask that I missed here. Next one comes from Radiohead. In relation to the token in the economics, how would this whole issue be handled, and how do they ensure that give technical guarantees in order to provide greater confidence in investors? He's referring to configurations in the contract, blockchain, and security measures.
In terms of security, we already touched the most reasonable solution for that would be an audit. which I will definitely recommend to the team. Doing an audit as a small token straight at the beginning, it's kind of a risk, because you don't know if you're still alive after a good night of sleep as a developer. If people don't like you and just dump your chart and you can't raise it again. But now I think you guys convinced me that they need an audit and a KYC to raise further trust into the project.
100%, yeah. That's the industry standard. You guys have a good reputation, so I'm sure it'll be something on your roadmap eventually anyways. Last question I'll take here is from Nirvana. Is there a lot of projects with the same use case? I want to ask now, how strict is your compliance to every project that wants to audit in your company? And what can you offer that is unique to other projects with the same utilities?
I think what makes a meme unique is really, and we had this point already as well, but it's the community. If you do a very good job on motivating people, that makes the difference. Even at the deepest bear market, some projects managed to rise just because of community efforts. Yes, they had amazing leadership, but at the same time, if you don't have the people to raid on Twitter, to raid Telegram groups, whatever, to just give you that social interactions, you won't succeed as a meme coin. And after all, we're talking about the meme coin and the baby version of a meme coin. That's why I also compare it with projects in that size category. And for me, having a new all-time high after a month as a baby version is a very good sign that people take it seriously and that they really want to make the difference and that they want to show that they are maybe better than competitors. In terms of technology, you kind of already answered your question. Like there is rarely a difference between projects. There is a big difference in utility projects, but there is definitely not a big difference in reward contracts or small tokens. There, the team and the community makes the main difference between projects.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, having a strong community backing you and always giving that good feedback, maybe even a voting system, that's definitely a plus. And you don't see that too often in this space. That's all for the questions, brother. Appreciate it. And I'm going to kick it back to Seattle.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Phil. Yeah, so I think, my suggestion, if you were to bring back to the team, one thing is you guys got to get an audit done, whether this is a clone contract, which, a lot of these baby tokens are, that's how they do it, right? They just do a clone of the contract. But I think for you guys to bring in more confidence to the investors, I think the audit has to be done just for the sake of the investors' confidence.
Yes, definitely. Thank you very much for that message to the team. I will definitely recommend this to them. The same with KYC. If they're comfortable with, maybe you meet them once again at your KYC. It would be a pleasure. To sum it up, thank you very much to everybody that has been here with us today. Thank you for each question and for each minute that you spent with me in this AMA. Please check out the team, check out their social medias, and have a good time with BabySquidGrow. And also, if you're invested in the daddy version, with the daddy version.
Yeah, thanks again, Phil. You represent the team very well, man. I think they picked the right person to represent the team for sure. You articulated yourself very well. So with that said, I think that's pretty much it. We will go ahead and have Mike come back on. And so usually, Phil, what we'd like to do is we'd like to raise awareness to your Telegram room. So Johnny, what he would do is he would say, hey, go to your room and say, great AMA at USA Crypto Group. Is that something that you want us to do for you as well?
Yeah, absolutely. That would be amazing.
Perfect. So Johnny will get on that, and Mike will go over there and pick a winner over there just randomly if you guys join the room and say that. All right, Mike, take it away, brother.
All right. That was a great AMA tonight, Phil. Like Seattle said, very well articulated. Maybe even hope to have you back in the future here to see where you guys are down the roadmap a bit. With that being said, we have 3 winners to pick tonight. 1 for the wheel, random attendee. 1 for the best question. I'll sift through those on text and also voice. I listen to those. As well as, like Seattle said, 1 random person that joins over to BabySquidGrow's Telegram and said, great AMA at USA Crypto Group. That being said, let's shuffle it up. Grab our winner. Coolhead. Congratulations, brother. Won yourself $25. That's it for the wheel. Phil, I will have this recording over to you ASAP, as well as our group will have this posted and pinned with the winners soon as well. Thanks, guys. Great AMA as always. We'll see you on the next one.
Thank you very much. Bye, guys.